it going? This is your General Tarot card reading for April 2016. So I decided to try an old deck of cards that I haven't used in quite some time, and I like them. They're very colorful. You know, they're beautiful. I've got tons of cards, and sometimes I get bored after a little bit of using the same ones. I like to change. But I do have my favorites. This deck here is Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. They are a little bit big, so they take up a lot more space. So I don't know how often I'll be using them. I probably will store them away again because I have other cards to choose from. But I'm going to see how this reading goes with it. The first message I'm getting here, Capricorn, is that there is something that lays heavy on your mind. What came in really strong was there is something you're having regrets about. I don't know if this is about work or if this is about love. I haven't gotten that message in clearly yet, but I'm feeling that you have regrets, and there have been times you've been tossing and turning just to try to figure out, should I go back to this? Should I apologize? Should I take full responsibility for what took place? And the message now that I'm getting from Spirit on that is, be responsible for your own action. But you don't have to be responsible for the other person's action. It does take two to tango. And I'm feeling that this was some fallout, some argument over actually an important matter to you. And it just left you feeling a bit torn apart. But you did okay. You know, you began to move on. But I feel it weighs heavy on your conscience. Okay, and I'm feeling sometimes you're walking around with weights on your shoulders. Well, Spirit is saying that there is a way that you could, heal this. First of all, would be to forgive the other person. Secondly, forgive yourself, which is the most important. And even if this relationship, because that's what I'm getting now, it was a relationship, even if this relationship does not come back together physically, there is a lot that you can accomplish spiritually between the two of you. I'm feeling that there was family involved in this, and the family just kind of interfered and just totally started to, I don't want to say it, help pull this relationship further apart. And the message here for you, Capricorn, is it's time to stand on your own 2 feet. And perhaps it might be time, in a nice way, to ask your family to not step into your business. Okay? And also your friends. I'm getting a lot of friends that hang out with you or know you. And, of course, they're siding with your story. But only you and your ex-partner know the truth. And so I feel that there was more damage done with all the gossip that's been going around since you told the story. And I think for your own peace of mind, you need to let go of this story. You need to heal the story. Okay? Rewrite another story. Rewrite another story, because I feel that you're not in a position to let go of stories right now. I feel that there is a lot going on in your mind, and I just feel the wheels keep turning and turning and turning mentally and even emotionally. So maybe what you can do is, instead of holding on to that story, is go write a new story of how you want to see your life unfold. What it is you want in your life, what it is you don't want in your life. I'm feeling April, Capricorn, is a big turning point, or a beginning of a turning point that is going to just unfold your life. Like, a lot of questions are coming up here that I feel that you'll be asking yourself. Where am I going? What's my life purpose? Why am I here? And I feel too that you're going to dazzle a bit, and actually a bit too much, into the past. And I'm hearing, well, nothing went right for me. My life has always been this way. And that's just an old story, that you found other pieces, other plots, other characters, other experiences beyond what you've already experienced, and attached them to the story. So now it's time to let go of the story. And what I'm also getting is, when you write this new story, after you create a new plot, new characters, you know, what your role is in this, people you want to attract in, you know, the work or business, the money, your health, love. I would write the story. I would just pray over it. Okay? And what I would do is maybe keep it around for a while, just to see that if you have begun to unfold into a new story, to let that old story that's been actually repetitive for a very long time in your life, to see if you let it go. And once you're satisfied with the new story and you believe in this new story, perhaps take it and burn it. But I would keep it around for a while, just as a reminder, or something you can look through. Like, you might write it in a journal or a notebook. Maybe you'll write it in Word document on your computer. I would just keep it around, just to see if you have been able to just move forward in changing your thoughts and your attitude, your behavior, and letting go of those limited beliefs. You know, perceiving an entirely beautiful life. Now, it's not going to be perfect, because there is no such thing as perfection. The only thing that's perfect is your soul and the divine light, the divine universe. That's perfect. But never have regrets, even about your past. We experience for our higher good, even though it may not seem that way. In every experience is our lessons. The problem is we tend to get trapped in those lessons, and I'm sure you understand me there, Capricorn, because the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and it's a heavy planet. It's a teacher planet. Lots of lessons. It's also a karmic planet. So instead of getting trapped, it's time to just pull down those jail bars in your mind, because that's where I feel the heaviness. Not so much heart, but mind. And just pull those bars down and set yourself free. Just set yourself free. And the next time, don't get yourself stuck in how do I want to say it? It was coming so fast, I actually lost it here. Don't get stuck in, I guess, putting yourself into the center of the different patterns. You know, practice being more the observant, or because when you're an observer, you tend to find solutions much quicker than being like stuck in the middle of the problem or the issue or even the story. I'm getting stories with you, Capricorn. And I'm feeling that you're going to break through gradually beginning in April, if you really put yourself to it. I'm also feeling that find yourself an abundance prayer. Abundance prayers are beautiful. I feel that you need to draw more abundance in. And the results from this, okay, we've got a lot of water here, and we've got we've got 3 air cards. We've got 1, 2, 3. The theme here is the 3 of water. We've got 4 water signs just in this section. Okay, so there are a lot of emotions that need to be cleansed and moved out. Okay, bring in some new emotions. Make them feel happy and secure. Sometimes the way we look at things, it just can be an illusion, So, and I feel that you should involve more of your heart space. Like, I'm just feeling too much mental going on here. But water is emotion. But I'm feeling that these emotions are trapped. I feel that they can't move. They're behind bars and they want to be free now. If you do all this, I feel a wonderful, wonderful journey here of balance. A lot of good things manifesting for you. What I feel that you have to get out of is that false belief in your head that you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. And that people help create you. People didn't help create you as you are. You called in these experiences yourself. Okay? And so no one's going to actually dig you out of this but you. So this is a beautiful awakening for you, Capricorn. Beautiful. I have a moon in Capricorn, so I'm actually going to take this advice and actually continue doing this. I've already pretty much worked that method I just told you, and I found a lot of bliss in it, but I'm very shamanic in my way, so I take journeys over everything. So moving forward, I'm getting that there is an awakening about love too. And I'm feeling Archangel Raphael's energy here, that I'm getting that he will be sending so much love and healing to you. So try to connect with Raphael just to feel that abundance of love and healing while you're going through all this. Okay, and I'm also getting Archangel Ariel, who is awesome of help, to assist you in giving you energy to revitalize yourself and to give you the power, to move forward. Because, I'm just kind of not stuck, but although that's kind of a word where I feel Capricorn, some of you Capricorns are right now stuck. So I'm actually using it in my vocabulary. You're not stuck though. Okay? Just kind of picture yourself mutable, like you're this energy ball, or you can shape it any way you want, and then you can go in right through a closed door. Okay? And what I feel, once this healing takes place and once this shift takes place, I feel love the way you would love to see this in your life. I feel that it's coming in. Okay? And there could be a relationship that you start in April, but I don't feel that you will completely be awakened or alert to it until you move out of April. And I know here comes another Mercury retrograde that I do believe is either at the end of April or May. I haven't checked the dates. So if you start to plan this now, it'll go smooth under the retrograde. And it's interesting that Spirit gave these messages in regards to communication and writing, because here is the card Archangel Gabriel, and it's the awakening card. And so Spirit, I'm getting the messages from Spirit that with this card, this has been confirmed. I'm feeling too that some of you Capricorns are due for a nice, sweet vacation. Just, go away, even if it's a weekend, into nature. The weather's getting nice. Maybe you want to think about camping, a walk in nature, going over by the water. Water is so healthy. There's so much of our just turbulent emotions that we can just hand over to the water, and the water will just completely swallow it up. Instead of holding everything inside your mind, learn how to take it and pass it along in a positive way. Like, for example, if you walk through nature, ask the rock or the tree or the flowers or the plants, even the dirt. Ask if you can just pass this disturbing emotion into them and help dissolve it, just completely dissolve it, or hand it over to the universe. Just ask the universe if, to come and assist you, and that this has become too much for you to handle. It's overbearing, you feel like you have weights on your shoulder, and sometimes you feel like you just don't want to get up out of bed. And just ask the universe if the universe can take this from you. Also, too, is you can always say, I'm not going to think about it right now. Man, every time that thought comes up, I'm not going to think about it right now. And every time it comes up, I'm not going to think about it right now. Eventually, if that is a thought of the ego that keeps blundering you, it's going to go bye-bye. Okay? Because it just can't keep lasting. Every time you say, I'm not going to think about it right now, and then go focus on something else. Also, if you take up mindfulness, mindful meditation is fabulous because it's all in the present moment, and then the past has no power. The past has absolutely no power, and you'll feel good in the present moment, and you'll feel at that moment in presence, you want to begin to create your future. What is the most important thing is now, right this moment. I mean, you're very intelligent, Capricorn. Really, you are very intelligent. And I know things have been difficult for you. Okay, I'm just going to pull a few more cards here, and let's see what's going on, if I can get any more messages, because it basically took up my whole entire table here. So let's see what's going on here. I'm just going to shuffle the cards a little bit more. See what pops out. And what I'm talking about, like I said, intimacy is not the only way we have relationships. We have friends, we have relationship with our family, we have relationship with our pets, we have, relationships with our coworkers, etc. So everything's co-created anyways. So, you'll know what I'm talking about when you hear this reading and what it actually applies to. I'm really feeling that you see, there's a confirmation here, the Eight of Water, that you are going to move on. This is definite. You're going to move on. Whether that means you have to end the relationship, stand in your power, and be nice to your family and say, hey, stop interfering. Or you're going to stand up for your rights and tell your co-workers either stop bullying me or stop gossiping or stop making my life difficult at work. etc., etc., or you're just going to get up and you're just going to leave it and you're going to start everything new. You can't leave your family, okay, but you could stop talking to them. But you don't want to punish them in silence because it's really not good for you. Eventually, that lesson is going to come up and then you're going to have to figure out, okay, how am I going to heal that silent treatment I just gave them? There's a difference between punishing people in silence and just being silent within yourself in your own space, your own sacred space. I don't know, Capricorn, this is the way Spirit is directing me with you. I just, it's not going to resonate with every Capricorn out there, but it's going to resonate with the ones it's going to resonate with. That's it. And I hope that you get a lot from this. I feel like I did. I have a moon in Capricorn, and I feel really good about it because the end result is that you're going to have beautiful, blissful times, happy times. You're going to just be feeling like a whole new person. Spiritually, we call that a rebirth. And death and rebirth happen all the time. But this is a major one for you, Capricorn. And I feel that I just feel this is where you need to be. And I'm going to pull one more card, Universe, and tell us what Capricorn. Okay, so it is reminding you that all the stories and the feelings of being trapped is basically an illusion. Okay, because it comes from other things. Lack of confidence, your low self-esteem. And I'm getting some of you Capricorns have been bullied. Some of you are young and you have right now to heal, and some of you are older and you've carried this along with you and it stopped you from doing so many things. But I don't believe in someone is too old for anything. And what you do now, what you create, good or bad or good, you're gonna, just remember you take this with you in the afterlife. Not the material part of the world, but your lessons that you've learned. So live your life abundantly. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to all of you for listening to my videos and subscribing to my channel. And even the ones who have not subscribed, I am grateful that you stop by and listen to my videos. Don't forget to check your rising and your moon. Have a great April, Capricorn. Blessings.